What's next? What's next for Khamzat Chimaev? What's next for Ilia Topuria? That's what we're going over today in this video, because both of them had a dominant performance over both Rob Whittaker and Max Holloway. There he is, look. Asleep. Having a little nap. Sleepy Hollow, Sleepy Holloway. People are upset about this. I'm not upset. I think it was a great win, and I'm very happy that Ilia got the dub. A fresh face, a fresh personality. So we're just going to talk about what's next for both these fighters, what I think should be next, and what's actually going to happen. All right. So, first things first, Khamzat Chimaev. He should be getting the next title shot. The way he dismantled, dominated, embarrassed Robert Whittaker is levels and levels and levels above what Sean Strickland did to Paulo Costa. Sean Strickland's win over Paulo Costa was just completely boring. Boring. 1-2, teep, jab, jab, straight, teep, point merchant. He's a great, he's a fun personality. Bit of a boring fighter. And if that's going to get him an instant, title shot, beating Costa like that, and this doesn't just bypass that completely, I'm going to be very, very surprised. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised because Dana's already confirmed it's Sean Strickland. But after this, how can you deny him, bro? How can you deny Khamzat? I mean, I was going into this thinking, he's been ill a lot recently. He struggled to make weight again. He's not been as consistent. He's been inactive. I thought, Rob's been active. He's in great shape, consistently. He's not been getting ill. I thought all these factors would go against Khamzat. But he's coming like the Khamzat of old, mate. He's coming like the Khamzat that debuted. He's come back like the Khamzat that fought twice in 10 days in 2 different weight classes. He didn't take any damage from Rob Whittaker. Rob Whittaker didn't land a strike on him, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I can remember, Robert Whittaker did not land a single strike on Khamzat Chimaev. Robert Whittaker. Who does that to Robert Whittaker? No one. Khamzat beats every middleweight. Call me a casual. Oh, casual, you buying into the hype. How can you not buy into the hype, guys? I wasn't bought into the hype. I was at first. Then he fought Burns and Usman. And I was like, you know what? These high-level guys, bit too much for him, I think. And then he comes out and just dominates Robert Whittaker in the first round. Dislocates his jaw. Fucks up his... If you've not... Look at the picture of Robert's teeth. Google it. It's fucking grim. He's fucked up his teeth. Dislocated his jaw. Cranked that shit so hard that his jaw popped out of place. I thought Rob Whittaker just panic tapped, but it turns out he got his jaw fucked. Khamzat's that guy, guys. Khamzat is that guy. And I was rooting for Bobby. I thought Bobby was going to get it done. I thought he was going to get him out of there in the 4th round. Khamzat had other plans. So what's next for Khamzat? It's going to be the winner of DDP and Sean Strickland. I think it should just be DDP straight away, and I think he beats DDP. I think he beats Sean. So really, it doesn't matter who it is. Khamzat's going to beat them. Khamzat will be the next middleweight champion. Because I think DDP beats Sean. Khamzat's going to beat DDP. He's going to be the next champion. And that's basically all there is to it, guys. Khamzat's here. You can't deny him anymore. The hype is fucking real. Not much else to say. He's going to be the next UFC middleweight champion. And his next fight will be for the title. Might not be the next championship fight. Because I think they're going to stick with DDP, Sean Strickland. I hope they don't. But I think they might. And I think after that fight, the winner gets Khamzat. And the winner's going to... It's going to be like this. It's going to be a 1st round stoppage again. Insane performance. And like I say, go back and watch my recap. And wait and watch till the end, because my reaction to this stoppage is on there. And I'll just go nuts, bro. So in conclusion, Khamzat will get a title shot in his next fight, and he will win. And he'll hold on to that title for a long time, I think. I don't see any other middleweight beating him. I genuinely don't, and I know it's easy to say that after a performance like that. But what else can you say? What else can you actually say? Who's gonna beat him? At middleweight, who's gonna beat him? He looks very comfortable at this weight, and I like it. I like it a lot, and I hope he stays active now. And I hope the illnesses go away. I hope we can get back to the Khamzat that we all love, which is this guy. We need him back. And he's going to come back in his next fight for the title and win. Topuria. Now, what's next for this dude? I don't want him to fight Volk. I know people are going to say, Volk's the featherweight GOAT. Volk was a dominant champion. He deserves his rematch. I have a question. Do we want to see Volk get knocked out again? Like really? Seriously, do we really want to see that? Now I think Diego Lopez knocks him out anyway, but do we really want to come on? Everyone calling for this instant rematch, this Volk instant rematch. I don't think, yeah, he deserves it, I guess, but it's like, do we really want to see that shit, guys? I don't want to see that anymore. So, and also, it's Volk versus Lopez is being targeted. It's being talked about. Diego Lopez has agreed. He says he's just waiting for Volk's side. I know Volk wants the instant rematch, but I think Volk versus Lopez for the next contender would be interesting, because I think Lopez wins that fight, and then we can get a fresh matchup for the featherweight championship. A nice fresh matchup. Two brand new guys coming up, fighting for the title. Very interesting. I think this is what I think's going to happen. Volk versus Lopez is going to get made. Lopez is going to beat Volk. Volk will retire, because what else can he do? I don't want him to turn into Tony Ferguson. None of us want that. When he loses to Diego Lopez, I'm going to be confident in that. When he loses to Diego Lopez, I think he should just retire, call it a day. He had a great career, one of the greatest featherweights of all time. Nothing to be ashamed of, just on a bit of a decline. And Ilia will beat Lopez. I think Ilia's going to beat Lopez when that fight does happen. And then what else is there? Who else are we interested in seeing him fight? I'll get the rankings up on my phone real quick, and we'll just go down the rankings, and we'll just see if there's literally anyone that we're interested in seeing, because I know what I want, okay? I think I know what makes sense for me. But just to make sure, let's go down the featherweight rankings and see who we think actually puts up a decent fight against Topuria and actually gets him out of there. Because, to be honest, guys, I don't think there's an awful lot. I think the next move for Topuria, for when he beats Lopez, is going to be to move up to lightweight. So we've got the rankings here. We got Lopez, who's, I think he beats Volk. So then after that, there's Yair, Evloev, Ortega, Allen, Emmett, Sturt. Do we really think any of are we interested in any? Are we interested in any of the matchups? Because I'm not. I'd be a lot more interested if Topuria goes up a weight class, fights Makhachev. That's what's next for Topuria. A win against Lopez and a move up to fight Islam. I don't think he beats Islam, but it's a super fight. And that's what he should do. Because, once he beats Lopez, I'm not interested in seeing him fight anyone else in the featherweight division, to be honest. I think he beats all of them. So why not go up and challenge yourself? And if he beats Islam, pound for pound, #1 in the world, argument there for one of the greatest of all time. That's the legacy fight. That's the super fight that should happen in the next two fights. And I'm sure Islam would take that fight, no problem. Well, yeah, crazy, crazy fight on the 26th, guys. It was... For those that joined the Fight Companion, I know there's only a few people here and there dipping in and out, but for those who did, anyone who did watch it, I appreciate that. We got up to about, I think the highest was like 15 viewers. I was expecting nothing, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy with how it went. We got some good reactions. Had some interactions on there as well. But yeah, it's good, man. It was good. That's what I think should be next for Topuria and Chimaev. Next title shot, but it won't happen. So the winner of DDP versus Strickland, and then Lopez, and then moving up to fight Islam Makhachev. That's what I want to see. Whether it happens, who knows? Let me know what you guys think. What do you think should happen next? And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.